Um, I'm a pantser, and that means I don't, for people who maybe don't know what that means I don't plan what I'm going to write. I have no idea when I start a book what direction it's going to go, who's going to do what. I've got no plot, no nothing. I just have usually pieces and parts of a couple characters. And so I think I'm surprised like all the time by what my characters do because they just, I just don't know. Like I haven't planned it. And so they do do strange things sometimes. And yet, so I think that happens like actually an awful lot for me. I don't know that I mean, plotters, I don't know if that happens to them, but I mean, that does happen an awful lot to me. Like Rowena in Race the Darkness, book one coming out in October. Um, she's an old lady, like, like 80 years old, and she just all of a sudden, as I'm starting to write her, had lavender hair and was covered in tattoos. I mean, like, I didn't plan for her to be that way. It just, and when she cusses like a sailor, I mean, so, like, I didn't plan for any of that. But that's just sort of like what happened when I started writing. So that's just I guess how I do things or how my characters continue to surprise me. And I really like that surprise. I think it makes me excited to keep writing when they surprise me and do those kind of strange things or turn into these strange people that I never expected. So, and how about you? Do your characters do things that seem a little odd or surprise you?
They do. I'm not a total pantser or plotter. I'm that person in between. So before I start a book, I have a character mapped out. I know some general things about how they look and how they behave and things that they like to do. I probably go to an extreme, although the people who are plotters will say they do the same thing. I will even know that person's how they dress and what kind of hobbies they like and a lot of background things that have happened to them in their past that impact them and make them behave a certain way today.
What's a character that surprised you though?
I guess a character who surprised me is Gunner in the fiction of Forever because he was pretty much a secondary character in another book, and readers really liked him, and I did too. But I didn't expect for people to write me and say, "When do we get Gunner's story?"
Ah, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so I um I was surprised because Gunner turned out to be a lot of fun. You know, I kind of thought in the previous book that he was a little more serious, but in the fiction of Forever, he's just a fun guy.